The Great Hallows Eve Adventure. I'm Sarah, and I'm at an age where every dangerous idea seems like the best one you've ever had. Yep, I'm 16. My dad's a businessman, and my mom's an artist, so naturally they're away on their work trips a lot, leaving me with the nanny/governess, Beth. Beth's an older lady, and she's the sweetest and lets me do whatever I want to do. Shopping, partying, going to the movies, and outings with friends and all of that. Within limits, of course. And even if I break the rules sometimes, well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. I have two best friends, Justin and Luke. Their parents also seem to be always away on a business trip or another. That's the main reason that bonded us together so much. We get up to all kinds of shenanigans. Epic pranks, crazy parties, but considering that all of us are straight-A students with impeccable behavior and innocent looks, everyone's none the wiser about it all. Now that's out of the way, let's get to those crazy ideas I was talking about. It all started when October started. The fall, the sweaters, and the pumpkin spice lattes were here. And so was Halloween. A great time to go on another shopping spree for all the costumes and Halloween decorations and the sweets, like we always do. This time, we decided to do something different. We live in a nice, upper-classy society with huge mansions surrounded by nice, lush lawns and gardens spread throughout the town. There was this one mansion a little bit farther from all of the other houses. It's a bit odd with overgrown grass and dead landscapes. It's also said to be haunted and empty. There are all sorts of rumors about it. Some say the previous residents were murdered there, and now they haunt it. Some say they kidnapped kids, and they were kept in there until they all starved to death, and now they haunt it. There are even rumors that the owner there had made a deal with the devil, and it had gone wrong, resulting in his death, and now the demons and spirits haunted that place. But all in all, it was said to be haunted, and we were all told to stay away from there. We obliged till now, but this Halloween we planned and fully prepared ourselves to go explore it and see what the actual mystery was. As the night dawned, the whole town got busy doing one thing or the other amongst all the parties and trick-or-treating, and all three of us slowly crept towards our target, keeping to the shadows, all while fully dressed like valiant warrior heroes with our swords strapped to our sides. We jumped over the fence, with a bit of difficulty considering our heavy armor, and made it into the grounds of the mansion. It really looked like a building out of a horror movie, the only dark and shadowy place amongst all the surrounding ones covered in lights and Halloween decorations. I wasn't gonna lie, the sight did send a shiver down my spine. Now, walking up to the main door of the building itself proved to be a challenge. The grass was as tall as we were. Stumbling and bumbling and almost falling a few times, we finally made it to the gigantic wooden main door, and came blank on what to do next. Should we ring the bell? No, you idiot, we're gonna pick the lock. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be such a good beginning. Or, it's a great beginning. We didn't even have to waste our time opening it. As the massive door swung open and we fully entered the house, we were met with something even more unexpected. And it came out of nowhere. The weather was fine when we were out. Guys, I don't really feel good about this anymore. And boy, did he really look like it. He was practically clinging to my arm. I could hear my own heartbeat increasing rapidly after that. What? You're not starting to back out now, are you? Bang! The door had just banged shut behind us, cutting out every light and leaving us in complete darkness. Now even I might have let out a meek eep of surprise at that, but you didn't hear it from me. We quickly got our flashlights out and turned them on. We were all starting to freak out a bit after that, quickly shining light on everything in there and looking for something amiss. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure these are all just booby traps. Yeah, right. Luke turned back to try and open the door, but to no avail, it wouldn't budge. As they were bickering amongst themselves, I walked a bit ahead to look around. The whole place seemed like nobody had ever even been in the property since it closed down. It was covered in dust and cobwebs, and even some rust here and there. Just then, Justin flashed his light up the stairway and saw something running from the light as if it was trying not to be seen. Hey! I rushed to the foot of the stairs, too. Hello? Anyone up there? It echoed back to me. Just then, we actually started hearing voices other than ours. And they were all coming from the top floor and seemed very hushed and distorted, as if people were up there whispering amongst each other. I could hear my own heartbeat increasing rapidly after that. All of us turned to look at each other, eyes wide with shock and a little bit of fear. I could feel the adrenaline rising in me and also the others. Whatever. I knew the urge to solve the mystery was far stronger than to get the hell out of there. With a quick nod to each other, we began heading straight towards the stairs. We were going to go up and see what all the commotion was about anyway. Not sure what we would end up finding there, but it was definitely going to be something exciting. We slowly started creeping up the stairs, making sure that our footsteps were light and as silent as possible. The inches-thick layer of dust on the steps made that rather easy. With every step that we took, the voices from above kept getting more and more clear and louder. It was as if whoever was up there was aware of our presence, and instead of hiding, they were enjoying this turn of events. Now that definitely made me pause. I turned towards the boys. I think we should get out of here now, guys. Come on, don't be like that now. We're just about to find out what the hell's up there in this supposedly haunted place. Sarah's right, man. Listen. No, you guys listen. We're about to solve this town's biggest mystery, so there's no way that I'm stopping now. And you? Where did your sense of adventure go? Fine. But for the record, I don't think this is gonna end well. And I'm just gonna say I told you so when that happens. Just as we turned to head up again, we saw a very strange sight. An actual, honest-to-God ghost! Like the ones we see in movies? A transparent blob of mist in the shape of a man. It was terrifying. Ah! I told you so! Not the time. I turned to look as Luke abruptly stopped talking. A long piece of cloth coming from upstairs was wrapped around his neck, and it was dragging him upstairs! Luke! Luke! We tried to grab him, but the force pulling him upwards was stronger than us, and he was quickly losing consciousness, and his breathing too. Just then, I remembered the corny swords that were still hanging around me. I quickly got it out, swung on it, and the makeshift cloth rope, and I cut it up. We quickly grabbed Luke as he got free and rushed downstairs. The window! It's open! Let's jump out of there! With a lot of struggle and shouting and screaming, we managed to jump outside with Luke still half conscious and half not. I even sprained my ankle, but the only thing I felt then was fear and panic, and the urge to get out of there as soon as possible. We ran all the way back to the main gate and out of that too, as if the devil himself was on our tail. And who knows, he might have been. Fortunately, Luke was just fine, so we never told anyone of our adventure and vowed to never go back there again. Although Justin still insists. Those were hidden traps!